Hello and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. And here on my channel we talk about all things art, and today we are doing some unboxings from Sketchbox. If you don't know what Sketchbox is, they are a monthly subscription service for artists. They offer art supplies, and they're a really great way to get a few art supplies without going out and buying everything that pertains to that particular medium. I don't know if you're like me, but I've been in an art supply store and seen something and thought, oh, that'd be fun to try, and then I spent hundreds of dollars on that particular medium of art and then end up not liking it or never using it, and then I'm stuck with all these supplies. This is a good little way to get a sampling of different supplies. They do different themes each month. They also have it where you can pick your own boxes. You can do monthly, you can do 6 months. And I want to say this video is not sponsored by Sketchbox, but I am an affiliate, so I do get a little commission if you buy anything through my links. I will have everything linked below. This one I bought, I don't really even remember which one I got. They will put boxes on sale from previous months, or sometimes they'll have a BOGO sale. I don't know which one this is, but it's got really pretty artwork on it, so this is gonna be a little surprise since I forgot what it was. But the one I'm excited about is the grab bag. I don't know what's in here. And this, I believe, was for their 10th anniversary that they were doing the grab bags. I don't know if they've ever done them before. I don't know if they're all the same, if they're different, but let's see what's in here. So the first thing we have is some watercolor powder, which I've never tried this before. I do have some of this. I still have yet to try it. Something I wanted to do because I kind of want to get into making my own watercolors. So we've got a pearlescent watercolor ink. Ooh, that's pretty. It's like a shiny, you probably won't be able to see it because of the lighting, but it's like a shiny fluorescent white. This is probably one of those you can either use alone or add to, I'd imagine probably the powder, or to other watercolors. And since I do a lot of watercolors, that's perfect. And then we have a Sketchbox signature, which this looks like it's probably going to be a watercolor palette, I imagine. It's a watercolor palette. And I don't know what brand this is, but since it says Sketchbox signature, I'd imagine it is probably an exclusive to Sketchbox. They do team up with a lot of different companies to do Sketchbox exclusives. And I will say pretty much everything they carry is artist grade. I don't think they have really any student grade art supplies, which is really nice. So you're going to get higher quality stuff. And then here's a Fine Tech fluorescent. I'm having a hard time saying that today. High quality, made in Germany. I believe this is a powdered charcoal. I remember seeing these on their site and thinking they were really interesting, but I'm not exactly sure what it is. I'm gonna have to read up and see if it's charcoal. And then 4 set of clean color real brush. These look like possibly watercolor markers. They're made in Japan. I'll have to look into these too. 4 really pretty colors. Nice neutral tones, so I'm going to try it out. And a watercolor journal, which I always can use more of these. I love this size. I love smaller, like travel size watercolor journals. I'm going to open this one up and check out the. And so far, most of the watercolor stuff, again, I don't know if the grab bags are all different or themed or not. This is a really nice feel to the cover. A really nice, thick, cold pressed paper. It's a really nice little watercolor journal. And then we've got some nice pencil set here by Faber-Castell, which I love their pencils. This is what I use all the time for sketching. I also love they make a water-soluble pencil, which is what I use with all my watercolors. Let's see here, it looks like we've got a soft white charcoal pencil. We've got 14B, and I think these are just their regular pencils. I don't think these are charcoal. Actually, no, I think these might be their charcoal pencils because these are a different color. Their regular pencils are green. This is a 10B and a 4B, so I believe these are their actual charcoal, not just their regular, because it does say pit graphite, which I think they're their pencils. I'll have to grab one and look. I think the other pencils say something different. And we have a Winsor & Newton round, which I always love their brushes. Winsor & Newton's one of my favorite brands to use, and I love round brushes. It's a good size. This is a size 4. A nice big brush in here. Ooh, this is a beautiful brush. This is again a Sketchbox signature brush. This is Sketchbox signature. See that? Nice watercolor brush. And then we've got a Sketchbox signature liquid graphite. That's kind of cool. Again, something I've never used before. And then we've got Sketchbox sticker. So that was the grab bag. And I'll have this link below if you want to grab one. I don't know if they're limited. They might, I don't know if this is something they'll sell out of, but I know this is the first time I think they've offered grab bags like this, or at least the first time I've seen the grab bags. And I'm gonna get something to open this with. So I do love that each month too, they do feature a different artist on the box. And then they'll have a little card on the inside that'll usually tell you a little bit more about the artist, and they have tutorial with the boxes as well. So this box I got was I got the premium box. This was, I'm not sure which one this was. I think I might have gotten a watercolor box. Usually it'll say which one, but it does tell you on the little card a little bit more about everything that's in the box. So this, I'm going to refer to this so I know what I'm looking at. This is the King Art Inkline pen in brown. And then this is the Sketchbox Signature Mop Brush, which I like nice big fluffy mop brushes like this. These are good for watercolor and acrylic. The Faber-Castell Watercolor Marker, which I didn't even know they made these. That's kind of cool. I don't have any of their watercolor markers. Which one? Because it is all in Japanese. So this is probably the, I'm going to say that wrong. I'm going to call it the Thin Line Green Pen Brush because I know I'm going to say the name wrong. Akashiyasaya. I'm sorry if I'm saying, I know I'm saying that wrong. And this one is also Japanese. This is the same brand in rose red and pink. So there's two of these in here. So this I think is the pink. Also made in Japan. Japan has some of the nicest art supplies. If you've ever used Copic markers before, you understand because those are made in Japan and they're really nice. What is this? Oh, this is a Pro Mark watercolor by Winsor Newton. So Winsor Newton has watercolor markers. Again, I didn't know they had those. And then we got a little sketchbox sticker, and this is the Pentel micro brush. So it's a quick drying micro brush. Also looks like it's made in Japan. Really nice feeling brush. And then here is the rose red of the Thin Line. Then we have some hot press watercolor paper, which I don't use a lot of hot press. So this will be interesting to try out. Pretty much all my watercolor paper is cold press. I don't know that I've even ever tried. And then again, this is Sketchbox Signature, so this is exclusive with this brand. But really cool artwork. Always comes with a little postcard and then tells you about the artist on the back. Hopefully you can see that artist info. And that is everything in this Sketchbox. So be sure to check them out in the link below. Really cool company that supports artists. You can also join their club where if you do things with the Sketchbox, give them a tag, then you can actually earn points and things like that. You can become an affiliate like I did and earn that way. So they're always doing different things to support fellow artists. So really like the company, really like the products. I've been happy with everything I've gotten. Check them out and check out the artists. I'll tag everything below. I'll tag the artists. I'll be sure to put all the links below and check them out.